A huge fear that I hear from people sometimes is that they're worried because other people are doing the thing. Right? But really, it doesn't really matter how many other people are doing the thing because there's room for you too. And I think you just need to be the solution that God has called you to be, right? And don't hold back from creating the next thing in your business that you feel led to really bring to the world, because it'll be unique because it's through your voice, it's through your experience, it's through your expertise, right? We've got tons of different restaurants, right? We've got 8 billion doctors that all do something a little bit different, and people decide where they want to go based on different things, things like fit, things like personality, things like location, what they offer. So don't talk yourself out of the opportunity. If it really makes sense and you've done the research and things like that, like lean into it and see what happens, right? Which kind of brings me to this one. What's keeping you on the couch? Okay, so we're gonna take it up another level. If you're following in your workbooks, well, I think we're about to bump it up to level 3 now. Okay, so what's keeping you on the couch? The couch to me represents your comfort zone. And as professionals, it's where we sit on our ideas, right? And today is an exercise in really in getting off the couch. Right? And that's actually the name of one of my new spaces that I'm creating for entrepreneurs, my therapist, coaches, and entrepreneurs. When we talk about business growth, it is getting off the couch because we just sit there too much, right? And sometimes we're Netflixing and chilling way too much on the couch. And comfort zones is something we all have. And it's exactly that, to keep you comfortable. But sometimes we stay there too long and the fears keep us there, and we don't really talk enough about, what we need to do to move past that. And I just want to acknowledge for a second that, fear is real. And it's scary doing things. It's scary taking a risk. It's scary doing things that you're not used to. And I think sometimes the fear is activated because we don't have the right tools or assets to really turn our expertise into real opportunities. But I really want to remind you that this isn't about you not being enough. It's about not having what you need to really make that internal vision a reality, right? So like the sister that just spoke, she has that vision. She just has to go find the tools and the way to do it. And it's possible because other people are doing it already. You just have to align yourself with that and with the information, right? So you are enough, and you're enough to do that. If you made it here, you can make a call. You can go find somebody. All right, because it really does take new learning to get to new levels, right? And if I was coaching you, that's why I come in. Okay. All right, so let's see. What's keeping y'all on the couch? So go to page 4 for me, and let's look at that. The fears and the logistics. I think for a lot of us, it's also just not doing, right? I think I learned the most when I started to take action, and it forced me to figure out things. And I've definitely evolved. Where I was before is not where I am now, right? I had to learn the market, I had to learn to show up, I had to learn to go find my clients, all of that stuff, right? When I first started, I was comfortable like charging $75 for workshops, splitting that with a colleague at a time. And we were like mad excited to do that. People sign up. Right now, I'm nowhere near that. I'm nowhere near that. I do the lunch and learn for a law firm here in the city. It's 30 minutes. They pay me $1,000 for 30 minutes to talk about what I know. Right. So but I had to start at the 75 to understand what my gifts were and what I can do. As that evolved for me and I kept going and realized, oh, okay, there's more out there, my capacity changed. So I got here because I did the work. I learned from my mentors. I grew my capacity. And I know certainly for me, I don't want to be a gatekeeper of information. I want you to be able to get some of that and level up with ease too. All right, so drop for me in the comments what's the fears that's holding you back in your workbook. What's holding you back? Page 4. What's the fears and obstacles holding you back? What's keeping you on that couch? Drop some of that for me. Fear with a capital F-E-A-R. Oh my God, I love it. Huge, but feels like realistic, guys. If you haven't done something before, it's gonna be scary. But doesn't mean you can't do it. Not knowing where to start. Yep. Those are big ones. Ooh, fear of public speaking. Mm-hmm. Lack of guidance. Yeah. Oh, such real fears there. Yeah. Yeah. Now I want you to think about what's the cost of that fear? What is that fear costing you? I love that. How to market myself and pitch my services, whatever that is. Yes, absolutely. Oh my goodness, I love it. Yeah. Now you think about what if you just release like one of those fears, right? What is the next thing you would do if you just released one of those fears? The cost is I'm putting my dreams on hold. Isn't that like sits in the chest, right? Fear of letting my dream die due to fear. Yeah, listen, I think that was a huge one for me. I didn't want to get to a point where like I didn't know what could have been if I didn't take the chance, even though it was really scary to really step out and um, be dependent on myself financially and my family and all of those things. Um, but I think that feeling of like regret at the end of the day or uncertainty way down the line in my life, I wasn't okay with that part. And just a reminder to you again, your knowledge is enough. You don't need to know more before you start, right? If you feel inspired, go do your thing, right? Let go of that fear and go in the direction. I won't even say let go of the fear, like walk with it. It's okay. If I release my fear, my dream will come true. Well, I'm in the place of not doing that now, Fred. Yeah. Your dreams will also grow and be bigger when you release the fears because you think you know something and then you start dabbling. You're like, oh, I could do all of this too. This is available to me.